Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Chief Guest, Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Muhammad Malik Jamal, Minister of Education, Dr. Aisha Shiham, Indian High Commissioner to the Maldives, His Excellency Mr. Rajiv Sahari, State Ministers, Deputy Ministers, and senior officials from the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Ministry of Youth and Sports, my colleagues, representatives from the NIIT and EEC, principals, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to be here to present you a short overview of how the project went on during the last 2 years, over the last 2.5 years. I would also like to thank our Minister, Dr. Aisha Shiham, for giving me this opportunity. I think, as we all agree, that Maldives and India has a very strong both political and bilateral relationship, and we have known both countries as our brotherly two countries, which sometimes I think we tend to believe that we all belong to one nation, which I think we all recognize in all terms. Maldives also has recognized that the developments that we have brought in the country has immense support from the India and their people. At any time we wanted to have the support from the Indian High Commission were there, and I think this is something we have to recognize. The particular project that we are talking today is a live example of those close relationships that we have. The project actually focuses on basically 3 areas. One is the ICT empowerment for teachers, and then we have skill development and vocational education for youth, and these 3 components went on very well with the amount of $5.3 million. The project was awarded to very well-known 2 implementing partners from the India. They both have been working very closely with the government of Maldives, and I'm very pleased to say that we have the privilege to facilitate the logistics of the project at NIE while the project was going on. It was launched in 2011, 15th June, and as soon as the project started, we have series of workshops both to empower our teacher TRC coordinators and also to give an overview and orientation of how the program would be conducted in the islands, where we invited a lot of council members on the opening. The program actually planned in a very comprehensive manner, where we had a lot of opportunities to visit a lot of islands, and the technical team from the EEC and NIIT had made a lot of visits on the field, where they had a lot of meetings, negotiations, discussions, and a lot of even observations to find out what exactly needs to be identified as the need for the project. And based on those need analysis, the program was drawn. And this made a lot of good impact on the effective implementation, because the needs of our audience was very well met. The program actually facilitated in 3 areas, both ICT and IT and vocational education. The teacher training component communicated and covered both computer-aided learning and learning creation by using ICT tools, tools for assessment and collaboration, e-design and e-learning for students, and the youth training includes software development and testing, website development and by using Flash and Dreamweavers. They also have developed programming and website applications, network support, and digital printing and digital multimedia as well. Along with these 2 programs, the youth vocational training program, which mainly focus on troubleshooting and maintenance of PC computers, was a very good opportunity that was given both teachers and the youth as well, because any youth who is below 15 as teachers also were given opportunities to upgrade their skills and development in those 3 areas. As the program was continuing, we recognized, and while doing the need analysis, we realized that the infrastructure of those isolated teacher resource centers, or centers that was identified as training locations, we realized that the infrastructure needs to be upgraded. There were 7 locations, 7 teacher resource centers were upgraded, and based on that, a lot of trainings are conducted, and it has been a very good opportunity for us. At the initial stage, while developing and planning the project, we thought that we will be actually having 7 locations where the teachers and youth would be coming to those 7 resource centers. But once the program started, we realized that the teachers releasing for 7 days was a challenge for most of those schools. So we had to come up with another alternative strategies to speed up the implementation of the project. Therefore, the steering committee, with the approval, actually the program was delivered in a rowing model where the facilitators were traveling those islands, which they cover actually 42 islands in 19 atolls. The output, or rather delivery, was really very good, because they all went on beyond the planned output. In most areas, in fact, 250 additional people were trained from the project. So we see the project has been very successfully implemented, and the utilization of the investment was very well received by the people. As part of the program, we also try to empower our colleagues at the teacher resource centers level, because part of the program was to build the capacity of them, and knowledge transfer was a very important area, because those facilitators coming from both NIIT and EEC were highly skilled and very experienced people from those areas. Therefore, we train our TRC coordinators, and I'm very pleased to say our teacher resource center coordinators are able to now run these programs that was covered in those programs. Therefore, it is a continuous support that was given to them, and we are very pleased to say at any time our TRC coordinators now will be able to run those programs in their respective islands and their atolls. You can see some of the good samples of the exercise that they went on during the workshop time. In fact, teachers were able to develop a lot of interactive exercises where the teachers can use within the classrooms, while the youth also made a lot of good progress and made a lot of visible and very good exercise, which we can now see some schools using that. The website that now you can see is one example where Baitol Goidu School is even now using. This was awarded from the youth when they finished the project. I think this is highly recognized. As the project was going on, I was also able to visit some of those venues where the programs were going on, and I must say the participants actually were very happy with the way how the training was going on. In fact, the coordinators or the people who were facilitating the program actually was receiving a very good appreciation, a lot of good feedback on how it was going on, both from youth and teachers, and the management also found out the program that was introduced in those places were very useful for the schools and the community as well. While we were running through the program, there were two key people that I think everybody will remember. One was Rama Raghu, who I would say will not fail in achieving her goals at any cost. She has a very strong leadership, where she will find ways and means of approaching to any level, and she will find the result. And then there was another very nice person who is very simple, who also was working with Rama Raghu. I had the privilege to work with both of them for some time, and I found Mr. Shankar Subramanian was a very different person. He was very simple and he was very modest, but his aspiration towards the project was highly remarkable. From those two people, one thing I noticed from Shankar was that he never let anybody down. He will appreciate, he will recognize the value that other people will have. And his courageous and the dedication I saw from his very unique. But unfortunately, once the project was completed, he passed away. So I take this opportunity to thank the family members. It is good that the family members are here with us. I'm sure the family members will be happy to continue with the work that they continue, and we wish all good luck. Thank you.